Hello, and welcome to Math 138, Applied Calculus. My name is Gregory Moses, and I am the professor in charge of this course. In addition to welcoming you, I wanted to take this opportunity to discuss the format of this course, what the learning materials are, and where to find them. The first thing to make clear is that this course is asynchronous. By that I mean that we're not all going to be sitting in Zoom lectures together or anything like that. The learning material, except for the textbook, is all posted on Sakai, the site you're watching this video on. And as long as you complete each week's work in the week that it's due, you can access it whenever it's appropriate for your own schedule. Let's click on one of the units that's open now. So if we're not lecturing via Zoom, how is the content being delivered? Well, in a few different ways that I hope will accommodate a variety of learning styles. The first, and I'd say the most important, is the textbook. And this is something that gives some students pause because for whatever reason, many students aren't used to reading math textbooks. That's probably down to the way math is taught. In a history course, for example, the professor will often instruct students to read some range of pages from the book as part of their homework. You don't see that a lot in math, but you're seeing it here, so let's make sure we can all find the textbook. This is the publisher's website, XYZ Textbooks. We'll search for our textbook, Applied Calculus, and it will show up. So for the moment, at least, all these textbooks are freely available. So hopefully you won't have to shell out the $45. We click the link that says it's for the first chapter. And it's actually the entire thing. See, I can bring up the third chapter just by clicking on it. You are expected to read the textbook. So when you're in Unit 2, which corresponds to section 1.1 of the textbook, you're expected to read section 1.1. Now, as you read the textbook, you'll see that there are videos included. This brings us to the second method of content delivery, which is video. Examples in the textbook have corresponding videos of people working through the examples. You're expected to watch at least some of these videos. If we return to Sakai, you can see which videos in particular I selected for you to watch. You should at least watch those, and obviously you should watch more if you're confused by an example or a topic. You'll also find more videos in the Sakai section. These are Creative Commons videos about the material we're covering. I did consider creating my own videos as well, but ultimately that seemed like a solution in search of a problem. This unit, for example, already contains 10 videos from the textbook, and on Sakai, it doesn't feel like not having enough videos is actually a problem that needed to be solved. The last type of learning material posted on Sakai is written notes for each unit. These are not intended to replace reading the textbook and working through examples. They are supplemental. Now, there's one more resource available to you, and that, of course, is me. Just because I'm not lecturing to you doesn't mean I'm not available to help you. I am available to speak to you face-to-face from 9 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday via Zoom. So Monday through Friday, not the weekends. Zoom didn't let me set up a recurring meeting for only the work week. I've got a document camera set up so you can see me write, and we can work through problems or discuss material you're struggling with. And of course, I'm also available via email. I check my email several times per day, and that does include weekends. If I say everything I could say, this video would get rather out of control in terms of length. so I'm not going to quote all of my course policies to you. Instead, I'll point out that the syllabus is posted on Sakai. Right here on the main page, and you should read it. Questions like how are tests given, what's my late work policy, all answered in here. One thing I do want to say, and which I'll leave you on, learning calculus requires a lot of work, and learning calculus online and in the summer with only half the time of a regular semester and without lectures requires a lot more work. The Nebraska Board of Education policy that discusses what a credit hour actually means suggests that if you're going to take a 3-credit hour class in 8 weeks, you should expect to spend at least 2.5 hours of work on it a day, every day, including weekends. So I'm sure you can do well and succeed in this class, but it does require a serious commitment. Read the textbook, work through the exercises, watch the videos, Zoom me if you have questions, do all the homework. And with that, I'll leave you to dive in to Unit 1.